York County Solid Waste Authority is a municipal authority whose goal is to facilitate responsible waste management for York County. Our facilities include the York County Resource Recovery Center, which is a waste-to-energy facility that turns all of York County's residential waste into electricity. The now closed York County Sanitary Landfill, which has been converted into a recreation complex and wildlife habitat, an ash recycling and processing facility, an administrative management center, and an education center. Within the footprint of our waste-to-energy facility campus is a recycle drop-off center, a refuse bunker, a yard waste disposal area, an electronics recycling area, an area for mixed metals, and an area for white goods such as refrigerators and freezers. Do you know how many pounds of trash the average York County resident makes in one day? Each York County resident makes approximately 2.25 pounds of trash each day, which doesn't seem like a lot, but if you multiply that number by the number of residents in York County, you have over 1 million pounds of trash. That's why it's so important to dispose of your trash responsibly. Do you know where your trash goes when it leaves your curbside? Does it go to a landfill or somewhere else? All of York County's residential trash comes to the York County Resource Recovery Center to be turned into electricity. The first stop for any resident or garbage truck is the scale house, where they are weighed coming in and weighed going out to determine how much trash they've left with us. The next stop for trash haulers is the tipping floor. Here, their load is tipped out onto the floor and visually inspected to make sure it is acceptable before being pushed into the waste storage pit. Here you see the waste storage pit, which is 50 feet deep and 278 feet long, a little bit shorter than a football field. The grapple crane, weighing 6 tons, lifts approximately 8 to 12 tons of trash and places it into a 40-foot long feed chute that leads to the combustion barrel. The grapple crane operator sits high above the waste storage pit to have a clear view of the pit, the grapple crane, and the feed chutes. Feed chutes act like giant slides to deliver waste to combustion units, where it will be burned in an enclosed, controlled environment. There are 3 feed chutes, each leading to a separate combustion barrel. Ram feeders slowly push all the trash into one of the very slowly rotating barrels, where it is burned at a high consistent temperature of 1800 to 2200 degrees. This high temperature helps to control pollution. The York County Resource Recovery Center has 3 combustion units that each measure 47 feet long and 13 feet in diameter, or about the size of a city bus. Ash falls from the bottom of the barrel and is collected as the trash is burned. This is called bottom ash. The burning garbage heats water in boilers and creates steam which travels to a turbine. Steam produced in the boiler is used to operate a turbine, which has blades that turn like a fan. This is an image of an actual turbine. The turbine is connected to a metal shaft, which is connected to a generator. As the turbine rotates, it turns the metal shaft, and the rotational energy is converted into electrical energy. The York County Resource Recovery Center produces enough electricity to continuously power 20,000 homes. The authority uses about 3 to 5 megawatts of electricity in-house, and the rest is sold on the grid and could be used here in York County or distributed throughout the East Coast on the Eastern Electrical Grid. The waste-to-energy process requires a lot of water because we use heat from the burning garbage to boil water in our boilers to make high-pressure steam. The cooling towers convert leftover low-level steam back into water and send it back into the facility to be reused. On average, we use about 650,000 gallons of water a day. A control room operator is stationed in the control room to keep an eye on all parts of the plant 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pollution is created when trash is combusted. Fortunately, we combust trash in enclosed, environmentally controlled combustion units. We use a two-part air pollution control system to reduce and safely manage air pollution so that we meet state air emissions standards. First, gases travel to a dry scrubber where they are spritzed with a lime slurry mixture. Liquefied lime serves to neutralize acid gases that form as a result of combustion, sort of like when you get a stomachache and take medicine to reduce acid and feel better. Next, the gases move on to the baghouse, where dust particles are vacuumed out of the neutralized gas stream and captured by one of our many, 3,456 to be exact, very long bags. Each bag pulsates every 15 minutes, and particles fall from the bag and are captured as fly ash. The fly ash is transported to a temporary holding area and is eventually managed in a landfill. A fan then pulls the clean air up and out of the stack, which is more than 300 feet high. Sensors in the stack check air quality 24 hours a day. The Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection has the ability to tap into our monitoring system at any time to make sure we are adhering to air pollution control regulations. At our ash recycling and processing facility, we recycle metal, sand, and aggregate from bottom ash. Recovered metal is recycled. Aggregate and sand is currently being studied for appropriate reuse in construction applications. The remaining ash is managed at a local landfill. Using waste to energy to manage trash saves many acres of valuable land space each year. The electricity produced by using garbage as a fuel reduces the need to use fossil fuels to produce power. For every ton of trash processed using waste to energy, 1 ton of greenhouse gases are avoided. We hope this video was helpful in explaining the waste to energy process. We are proud to be a community that manages waste in this environmentally responsible way. Feel free to visit our website and follow us on social media for additional information.